Love Hurts is a new action comedy starring Ke Huy Quan. I know he's the guy who's Data from the Goonies and Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And in this film, tells the story of a fucking former hitman turned real estate agent who learns that his brother is hunting him after he reunites with his old partner. Okay, so I was looking forward to this film for one main reason. It's from 87 North. These people brought some of the best action movies in the past decade, including the John Wick films, Bullet Train, Violent Night, Nobody, all these great action movies. So yeah, I was looking forward to this one, and it was pretty cool seeing Data from the Goonies in a leading role in an action film. That sounded pretty cool. And I will say, this movie was a big disappointment, but that being said, the action sequences in this movie are really fun. Lots of brutal violence, it's bloody, it's all around good fun. That's the best thing about this movie is the action sequences and the lead performance from Ki Ki Hui Kwan. I hope I'm not butchering that name, but he is really good in this movie too. And I will say this movie is also fast paced, and it also helps that this movie is wicked short. It is only an hour and 23 minutes. So even if you don't like this movie, well, I don't hate this movie, but I wasn't a big fan of it either. This movie does go by quick, and it's helped by a short runtime, so there's that. Okay, now let's get to the problems with this movie. The there's two romances in this movie. Neither one of them I gave a shit about. This movie does not do a good job of making you care about romance at all. And this is supposed to be like a Valentine's date movie. So yeah, it's kind of a shame in that regard. You don't really care about anything because the romances in this movie are so stale, and they are not well written either. Also, the comedy in this movie doesn't work either. Not only are, like, there's a bunch of gags in this movie, they don't work. And there's dialogue that's meant to be funny and it's not. There's some really, really bad dialogue in this movie. Like someone yelling beast mode. Like, really? Come on now. So, yeah, despite the fun that's to be had in this movie when it comes to the action sequences and the lead performance, there's just way too much going against this movie that really makes it hard for me to recommend. Now, it's not going to be one of the worst films of the year for me. Like, this movie has an 18% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's not that bad, but I was expecting a lot more out of this movie. I was hoping for at least a bit of fun, more than what there already was. Like, all I wanted was just a kick-ass action movie, and granted, when it comes to the action, this movie does succeed, but I just wanted there to be some better comedy, and I wanted to care more about the characters and shit like that. Didn't really get that out of this movie, but whatever, it is what it is. This ain't the worst movie I saw this weekend, though, that's for sure. We'll be getting to that pretty soon. So, yeah, Love Hurts. Not that great of a film, but I've seen worse. It's fun at times, but yeah, there's definitely a lot more that could have been done with this one. I am going to give Love Hurts a C plus.